want it to move and shift into a new direction, even if it's only once. If you don't care about any of this shit and you just like have one thing in your life that's pissing you off and you're struggling with and you're trying to work through, having this mindset, adopting this mindset will help you shift this. This will help you move mountains per se. This will help. I say this, but it's not this. This will help you move mountains, I say. I want you to run to me, lover. Run until your wings start to fall, something. Okay. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there who is looking to get out ahead of feeling like shit? Is there anybody out there who is sick of the same circumstances happening over and over to them? Then I invite that person, these people, to try a practice with me. And for the rest of your life, you can practice this. And there's no amount of level you can hit that this won't serve you. This type of mindset that you can step into will serve you every time you do it and for the rest of your life. The practice is slowing the mind down, observing and watching yourself in the third person. So like even right this very moment, I am practicing separating, letting this phenomenon called the body, the mind, the brain. The mind and the brain can sometimes be the same thing, not always. Yammer on while another side of myself is detached a little bit and just watching. This practice will help you understand the world around you on a much brighter level. So I believe we talked about this a little bit last month, forming a separation in your consciousness, one who is observing and one who is just going about their daily business. So practice this. It can teach you so much. Watching the way you react to situations, watching the emotions come up in your body, and learning to not be so reactive to them, because it is a mindless thing to just react to the world around you. And stepping into an observant mind and learning to be quiet and just taking time every single day to find even just one instance where you're practicing this just once a day, like, holy crap, this could change everything. Because you are born with such an innate intelligence, such an inborn wisdom, and that wisdom cannot be tapped into when the mind is in a reactionary state. You were born to change the things around you that feel meaningless and boring and painful. Anything you have this animosity towards means that you care about that, means that you have a passion towards something to do with that. And so if you have these feelings, don't just let them mull over you and tumble you through life, and don't think that you have to ignore or live with that which you see to be unfit. And so if you think something is unfit, it's interesting because you have to understand something before you can change it. You have to understand something on deeper and deeper levels in order to evolve that thing. And I'm talking about big ideas. I'm talking about and big ideas can be existent in small matters, like even just within the dynamics of a one-on-one relationship or a relationship with yourself. I'm talking about evolving the mind to be able to step outside of itself, learn from others, learn from its surroundings, learn to understand things on a deeper level so that you can learn to that's an interesting that gets into the balance that needs to be found between what are we consciously supposed to be putting effort into in moving something in a direction, and what are we supposed to learn to be at peace with and okay with and understand the beauty in it, rather than, even if it's something that's repulsive to us, learning to find appreciation and compassion for something like that is the only way to impact it in a way that changes it in a way that you're hoping. Because if you really honestly have disgust or disdain for something, and that's the energy you're using to try to change it, it's only going to bounce back to you the same vibrational energy that you're putting into it. And so if you really truly believe that something needs to shift and change for the better, then you have to tap into compassion and love and understanding about that topic. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it, doesn't mean you have to adopt its ideology. It just means that is how you interact with it, that is how you connect with it in a way that can evolve it into a better state of being. And what's really cool and interesting and also kind of frustrating about everything and anything in life is everything is like it's moving, it's changing, it's like something that's rolling down the hill. It's something that will never end. And so it's almost like we can set up, like if it were a pinball going through a maze, it's like we can set up little blockers to help guide this rolling planet, and all of its people are like rolling. I guess we're like spinning, but like we're headed in like civilization, society, community. How small or big, it doesn't matter, because everything reflects and quantifies outwardly. So putting up conscious, light-minded things to help guide whoever it is that you have an impact on that day, that moment, that year, that 8 hours is 5 days a week, however you look at the people you influence around you. If you want to interact with it in a way where you want it to move and shift into a new direction, even if it's only once, if you don't care about any of this shit and you just like have one thing in your life that's pissing you off and you're struggling with and you're trying to work through, having this mindset, adopting this mindset will help you shift this. This will help you move mountains per se. This will help, I say this, but it's not this. This will help you move mountains, I say. So, I am Meg. This is Life's a Bee, and you don't have to do it alone, so let's navigate that ship together. Peace.